Did you know what? The browser you're currently using, Opera GX, is getting their own VTuber. Everything has their own VTuber. Like I'm sure Pepsi has their own VTuber at this point. It's like everybody's got to have that mascot, you know? I think Firefox had a mascot. It's like Crunchyroll's got their mascot, you know, it's like, what are you going to do? But, much like today, chat. This is why the Far Side was awesome. Once in a while, could we just have some pasta? There was just so much going on in the Far Side. It was such an amazing little comic strip. They don't make them like that anymore. Yeah, because people don't have the intelligence to make them like that anymore. Sad but true. Yeah, you know how like everybody's doing remakes of everything? Like everything on the planet's getting a remake, a reboot, blah, blah, blah. Okay. How come, and I'm just curious as to what people's take on this would be, a live action, and I'm saying live action, really done well kind of thing, of the Jetsons. Like, nobody's done that. Nobody's bothered doing it. Like, there was like a movie here or there or whatever. Ooh, Jetsons, blah, blah, blah. I'm just saying, like, you get, like, crazy robot maids, that kind of thing. Space. It could be, like, a really good comedic space, futuristic kind of show. Even if you made it like a sitcom or something. I don't know if that would work or it would just be utterly stupid. Because it's like when that was made, everyone was looking to like, oh, the future and what it was going to be, flying cars, all that other stuff. But apparently George Jetson still needed to show up to work to press a button. Hanna-Barbera learned their lesson after the Flintstones. I thought the movie did well. Not Viva Las Vegas or whatever it was, or Rock Vegas. And didn't they license their Banana Splits to be like a horror movie? It was kind of like a Five Nights at Freddy's kind of thing. Stuff happens after this, costume characters get all bent out of shape or some crap like that, right? I never even watched it because I didn't give a crap. But I figured the Jetsons hasn't really been touched. They just keep harping on, Scooby-Doo and stuff like that. So I'm just curious. It's like that would be a franchise. I'd be like, you know what? Give it another try. Let's see what happens. When was the last time we had something Jetsons? No one gave a crap about the Banana Splits. Was it Banana Splits? What about the Hair Bear Bunch? Hanna-Barbera just had some weird crap. It's like I feel like somebody gave them, hallucinogens at some point, and they were just like, yeah, man. They had a Banana Splits horror slasher movie. So that's what it was? What was the other one then? It was a Banana Splits, right? Yeah. Banana Splits movie. The Banana Splits movie is a 2019 American comedy horror film directed by Danish Kush from a screenplay written by Jed Elenoff and Scott Thomas, serving as a horror reimagining of the Hanna-Barbera's 1968 children's television series, The Banana Splits. The film stars Danny Kant, Steve Lund. Okay, whatever. Project was first announced. Don't care. The plot. Okay, I don't want to spoil it for you if you really want to watch this. So, you finally joined a stream and you're confused. Well, we're doing things, There's pumpkins in the background, so that might help, right? Pumpkins. Childhood trauma. Yeah, well, apparently it gets more traumatizing. Huge fan of the Banana Splits, a successful children's television series featuring 4 animatronic characters. Fleagle the Beagle, I don't care. Let's see. Williams' classmate Zoe, they go to a live taping of the show. Upon arrival, the family meets several audience and staff members, including show host. As the taping is getting ready, the studio's new vice president of the programming, Andy blah, 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 informs the show producer that it's canceling the show after the recording as it's like, okay. So to cancel the show, everyone gets ticked off. All right, so apparently they go on a murder spree. Let's just, hypothetically, that's what it is. I don't care. So there you go. That's a thing. That's a thing. So this was a film. Yeah, I mean, I'm really surprised they haven't had another crack at the Jetsons. I mean, I know they did the Tom and Jerry movie. How did that go? There's a Tom and Jerry movie a couple of years ago. It was like the live action with animation kind of thing. I don't know how that went. I didn't watch it. Didn't Tom and Jerry kind of get along in that film? I feel like that's the antithesis of it, right? It's weird because anytime there's a live action film with animation, like Chip and Dale, Tom and Jerry, everybody goes back to Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And they're like, still, that came out in like 89 or something, right? 30-ish years later, I'm not good at math. 30-ish years later, right? They haven't improved upon that. Like, everyone still goes back to, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and they're like, this is an amazing technological film. It was 88, right? Okay. Yeah, so it's like, dude, that movie's, it's creeping up on almost 40 years old. Give it 5 years. So it's like, what, 35? It's 35 years old. So we shouldn't be looking back at a 35-year-old film saying, this is still better. I mean, it says a lot about the animators and craftsmanship that happened back then. And yeah, there were a couple of little goofs and things that you could see that kind of worked and it didn't, and that kind of thing. But it wasn't nearly as bad as what it is now, because now it's like, everything's CGI and it's just, throw it in there. But I don't know, it was kind of a huge feat back then. For some of you out there, boop. Look, the Pink Ranger, Amy Jo Johnson, is still one of my biggest crushes. See, everybody liked her. She kind of looks like, who is that, the other one? Kind of looks like the Alyssa Milano. Is she named after a cookie, or is that her real last name? Milano. It's a cookie. I can't imagine somebody getting the last name from a cookie. We're changing our name, family. We're going to be named after a cookie. What? I don't know. It's either Milano or Fudge Rounds. I don't think you want to be known as Mr. and Mrs. Fudge Rounds. Okay. No, here's the thing, because I'm going through the nostalgic Reddit thing, and we're getting to the point where early YouTube videos are now being looked back at as being nostalgic. Okay, for a brief period of time in 2006, a girl named Brooke Allison, Broderick, a.k.a. Brookers, was the most subscribed channel on YouTube in 2007. She made a video on being an internet celebrity versus a real celebrity. Looking back, it is a really poignant contrast to the idea of an internet celebrity today. 2007. This is nostalgia. This is on Nostalgia Reddit. You guys are getting nostalgic for 2007. I can almost see why, considering the state of the world now. You didn't have hurricanes, and crap like that going on. Oh, God, I can't even look at their face because I hate that shouty expression there. They're like, look, we've been doing this for 30 years, bro. Shut the hell up. There's something that aggravates me is the overexpression and exaggeration of facial features should be reserved for cartoons and cartoon characters and Jim Carrey. Okay? Everybody else, just keep your features within a reasonable range so it doesn't look like parts of your body are clipping. Okay? For people who work in 3D art, you know what I mean. God, what the hell, man? Shouty faces all the time. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. There you go. Is there anybody out there that thinks the movie is better than the series? You. Do you think the movie's better than the series? Are you that person? There's always somebody. Dude, bro, the movie was so much better. They should have gone and done that. I didn't see either. I saw some of this, and I did see the movie. And I think the movie has a certain charm about it, but the series was executed a lot better. Yeah. Winnie the Pooh. Look, they've changed so much over time. But this is what they look like now? What happened here? What the hell happened here? They forgot the horror movie version of Winnie the Pooh. That should have been 2022. You put it right in there, it'll be like, darkness. And then this cutesy looking thing. 17 hours ago? You know how many times I've seen this? Bro, you don't have to keep reposting it. It's on there already. Whatever, I can't deal. Can't deal, bro. Bro, I can't deal. Jet Set Radio Future. See, here's the problem. Oh, God. You see this little thing here where it says only on Xbox? This is why nobody's re-released this yet. Can we get this out of the only on Xbox crap and Sega do a remaster of this? You know? Bomb Rush Cyberpunk is trouncing your franchise merely by caring. Okay? Good. This was a good game, though. Definitely a good game. Garbage Pail Kids, the movie. Oh, good. Okay, here, we saw something similar to this in the thrift store, but older. If you've ever seen, like, old radio equipment, this thing was massive. And it felt like somebody cared about putting this together. The knobs, when you turn them, you almost needed to use torque. They were so bulky and, like, they had that switch to power on where it's like when you flipped it, you heard it. You heard it go clunk. It was crazy. I was like, wow. It was like a really old Panasonic radio receiver that it literally had wood paneling on it. And I'm like, holy crap, dude. The thing was amazing. They wanted $30 for it. I'm like, yeah, $30. Get out of here. I ain't made of money. This looks kind of goofy, though, when you, like, if you don't, look. You come boating here often? Well, yes, I do. I'm here all the time, constantly boating. These guys, I feel like I don't want to skip ahead because I feel like somebody, of course, is inevitably going to. Happy birthday, Steven. I miss him, and he was the best creator of SpongeBob Nickelodeon has ever had. You mean the creator of the cartoon was the best creator of the cartoon? Way to go with that. Oh, my God. Dude, Xbox 360 dashboard. Holy. Dude, the blades? Dude, it just kept going back and forth. Dude, that was awesome. 360 with that dashboard would be worth a lot. You think so? Are people nostalgic for old dashboards? Like, just whatever you do, don't update. It's got a switch, so it's relatively new. I mean, what did they do? Get one unopened and just plug it in? It's going to be real disappointed when it gets the update. Oh, God, what happened? What the hell is this? McDonald's menu, 1973. Filet-O-Fish, 48 cents? A cheeseburger was 33 cents? A hamburger was 28 cents. Just above a quarter. 25 cents. How much is a hamburger now? How much is a McDonald's hamburger now? I know it ain't 28 cents. Maybe you put an 8 in front of that. 28 cents? How did they make a living? The apple pie was 26 cents. Coffee was 15 cents? Wow. $8? It can't be $8 for a regular hamburger? A burger. 33 cents is $2.30 today. Okay, so adjusted for inflation, that still seems cheap to me. How much is a regular burger? Back then, though, minimum wage was around $2 to $3. Oh, yeah, I guess that kind of works out. Dude, they had Coca-Cola, root beer, and Orangeade. The hell's Orangeade? Is that lemonade but with oranges? That doesn't make any sense, dude. Oh, my God. Triple Ripple ice cream cone is only 20 cents. Oh, if I could go back in time with the money I had now, I would actually have an affordable lifestyle. Jock jams. That sounds like you got something jammed in your jock. Oh, dude, I got a jock jam. Well, dude, just pull it out. No, man. Everyone's looking. Oh, my God. Dude, Takara. Chronoform watch. Dude, it was an actual transformer that turned into a watch. That's pretty cool. That's the perfect melding of toys and technology to me. You know? Because Transformers back in the day, it was like, you know, your everyday items turned into little robots. You know? This back then kind of looked like your everyday gaudy watch from the 80s, but it turned into a cool robot. So you could, you know, keep track of time and still play with toys. It's cool. I wonder if these are like on eBay. They're probably a small fortune now, right? The original Dungeons and Dragons toys. Oh my God, I didn't even know they made those. Gauntlet. Valkyrie needs food. Now shut up. Valkyrie needs food. Come on, I just want to play. Valkyrie needs food. Come on. Dwarf needs food. Okay. Batman Forever Glass Mugs. That movie was terrible. That movie was terrible. It's a disaster to watch. That's what kind of makes it fun, though. You'll watch it and you're just shaking your head the whole time. Oh, my God. Even if a movie is bad, it can still be fun. Oh, yeah, definitely. There was just something about Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. The two of them were just so terrible. But you got to watch them every once in a while and just be like, wow. You know? Between George Clooney and Val Kilmer as Batman, I was like, oh, it's a cringe-tacular event. But, not for nothing. I like the one with not Clooney. So I guess the Batman and Robin one is like the worst for me. Because, Val Kilmer was at least the, super quiet, stoic kind of billionaire guy who's like, I'm fighting crime, but nobody knows. He's very low key. Oh, Keaton ones are obviously take over, obviously. There's a reason why Val Kilmer and George Clooney didn't get called back for The Flash. I hate that song All Star. I can't stand it. It's that song that was played constantly on the radio and is somehow for some godforsaken reason. But not for nothing, they're not a bad band. They have some actual decent tracks, man. I didn't think they did because I never listened to them merely because that song pissed me off so much. Getaway Car is awesome, dude. Getaway Car. Ripley's Believe It or Not. Oh, that's the guy that, Jack Palance. The one that always sounds like he's talking, standing on hot coals. He's always had the sizzly quality to his voice. You're my number one. It's like, dude, just take a couple of steps off the charcoal, okay? The stale, hard, broken gum that came in trading cards. Oh my God, dude, look how sharp that is. You put that in your mouth? Oh my God, dude. That literally looks like something you'd make in prison. Just to keep yourself safe. Oh my God. That's amazing to me. Here, kids, have what this might be. Like, what is that? Apparently, this is bubblegum. They used to put bubblegum in, like, trading cards, like baseball cards and whatnot, sports cards. And because every once in a while, you will find an old baseball card that has this triangular stain in it from the bubblegum, Ends up being a Don Mattingly rookie card, and you're like, no! You send it out to grade, and they're like, well, it's like a 6 because there's a bubblegum stain on it. And you're like, son of a bitch. Does anybody else remember playing Spin the Bottle? No, I didn't have friends for that. You kidding me? Numa. Let's keep going. Thunderbirds, Art Go, elsewhere. Everyone is all up on the Pink Ranger, dude. Let them breathe, bro. Dude, this is like the third post I've seen about the Pink Ranger? My favorite. Mario. Come on, this is a fun game. Lidocaine patches? Why don't I have these? I could stick them all over my body right now. Oh, God. Lidocaine. Lidocaine. Like the Chocolate Rain video, but it's lidocaine. 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 Whatever. Apparently, this is a Daikon film, a 12-man studio with the 3 founding members being Hideki Anno, Hiroyuki Yamaga, and Takami Akai. I mispronounced all those names, and I apologize, because I have a Western tongue. What do you want from me? The studio would later go on to become Ganex Studio. Happy 40th anniversary. Okay. I see Cute Bunny Girl, right? And then I see Cute Bunny Girl fighting whoever that is. And then I see, is this freaking Darth Vader? Is Bunny Girl fighting Darth Vader with a lightsaber? Those are freaking stormtroopers. Hold on. Okay. Are you telling me anime bunny girls fought Darth Vader? Where is this? Where is this, bro? Dude. Is this legit? Or is this like a parody kind of thing? Because those are stormtroopers in the back. Those are actual stormtroopers. So I'm assuming that's Darth Vader. So I guess it was in the opening animation somehow? This is mind-boggling to me. How many characters were in there? That is some work, dude. Yeah, man. Because, okay, like I've said earlier, a couple of streams ago, I went back and I watched the series Dirty Pair from like the 80s or whatever. The animation that was like top notch. I was very impressed with it. I don't even know what the hell this is. And I'm like, bro, what the hell? Dude, just for an opening like that, that's pretty good. I don't know if like, okay, anime openings are notoriously good for the quality of animations. I don't know if that perpetuates throughout the entire series because I've seen some series that have had terrible animation. But I'm just kind of confounded by the amount of copyrighted characters that were in an opening for an anime back then. I have a feel like if they re-release it somehow, they're just never going to have that opening again. Again, remember when we were talking about Roger Rabbit? Looking at something that's 30 years old and saying, damn, how come we can't do that anymore? That's the way I feel about that anime opening. How come we can't do that? I don't think you can find an anime that's that well done now. And keep in mind, this was done by hand on freaking translucent acetate. People are like, what's acetate? Look it up. It's insane. Oh, God.